welcome to another episode. Today we are on our way to Tinker & Company Garage. We have been there before, and I'll make sure to drop a link to that video up above here in one of these corners, so that way you guys can check that out. But we are heading back there to meet with my friend Andy, who's one of the co-owners of the shop, and he is picking up a 1981, I want to say, Fiat 124 Spider. It's a fuel injection. It's supposed to run, drive, and in pretty good shape. I think it's brown. I've only seen a picture or two. So we're gonna go over there and we're gonna help him load that up. We're gonna hook up his trailer and head on over. We just came out of some pretty heavy rain, so I hope, cross your fingers, hope that it won't catch back up to us, but I think we were heading out of the storm as it was coming towards us. So I think we'll luck out there, but we are on the way, and once we get there, we'll get you guys set up, hook up the trailer, and go check it out. So let's go get it. So Andy beat me here, so he's already got the trailer hooked up. I consider that cheating because he wouldn't let me help him, but he's already got it hooked up. We're gonna put the ramps on the trailer and we're gonna get out of here and go pick this thing up. So let's hustle so the rain doesn't catch us. We gotta go. All right guys, we are on the way to go pick this up. We're unfortunately hitting a little bit of rain, but it's Houston, you can never predict the weather. So Andy and I are going, and while we've got some time, I figured we would share some stories and Fiat stories and what got us into these things. So Andy, what got you into the Fiat obsession like the rest of us?
Obsession, that's probably the right word. It's the engines.
Yeah.
Absolutely engines. So the Lampredi twin cam, which at the time was incredibly advanced. It's the first ever belt-driven production twin cam engine, twin overhead cam. Yeah. And it was just engineered brilliantly. Aurelio Lampredi did a fantastic job on it. The things like the valve shims are easy to get access to, so it's easy to set the lash.
Yeah, when it's on the top, it's right there in front of you.
It's right in front of you. And the engines generate for their capacity quite a lot of power. And you know, you can get an awful lot of power out of not very many cubic centimeters in these motors. So yeah, that's what kind of interested me about them. And I'd always wanted a Lancia Delta Integrale when I was a small boy back in the UK.
That's an odd obsession. Most kids want like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that.
But it was the Rally Championships. It was winning all the time, so I wanted one of those, and it just wasn't happening. They were just inaccessible with the cost, and they're still very expensive.
Right.
And at the time, I was kind of looking around for a project to start on. I thought, what other cars have that same motor? Mm-hmm. And so it was the Fiats and the Lancias, the lower end ones, that sort of came to mind. And so I picked up my first Fiat Spider. It was in 1976. It was quite unhealthy.
Like most we come across for the first time, they're not loved very much.
Yeah. And the first time actually the local club down here saw it, they were like, okay, that's going to take quite a lot of work. And
most of them do.
Yeah, and I restored it and spent quite a lot of time, a lot of love on it, and went a little bit overboard, as we tend to on our first ones.
Of course, it's the first one, you want to go all out.
Exactly, and it was a 76, so there's a few of those around, and they were never spectacular in that year. Obviously the older ones, the 1608s, are very, very nice to have, and the 1438s, the even older ones from like the late 60s, they're awesome too. But then later in the 76, you got the 2 litres coming in, and the fuel injection ones. So this the 76s to like the 78, and especially the 79 carburettor, tend to be fairly unloved. So yeah, I picked this up, and what we're off to do now is actually go and pick up a 2 litre.
Yeah, because I think on the intro I said I think it's an 81.
It might well be. I have no idea.
All right.
Yeah, we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, we'll all find out. It's all an adventure.
Yeah.
You never know. Pictures are one thing, but seeing it in person is totally a different thing. Pictures never do any justice. So.
Well, I've seen a few pictures. It sounds like the guy's done a bit of work on it, and it's kind of interesting.
The point is, it runs.
It runs.
That's a heck of a great start.
Yeah. It means not have to get the winch out or anything like that. And we've got the trailer with us.
Yep, we are prepared.
We are prepared to pick it up and take it with us there and then.
Awesome. So we're going to get there. When we get there, we'll get you guys set up on the tripod and tag you along for the loading up, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing started up on the first try, which for me at least doesn't happen super often, but we'll get it started up, we'll get it on the trailer, and then we can bring it back home and get a better look. So we will see you there when we get there. All right guys, so we have made it. We are here to look at the car. So let's have a look. Andy is already under the hood, which is nothing new for me. So let's take a look. think your steering wheel is a little funky.
Yeah, the alignment's a bit weird. This is cool. This is a good little kind of.
Gets up to temp pretty quick, but
Yeah.
also you're not the softest driver.
But it's quite warm out as well. So
That is true.
Yeah.
How does the transmission feel?
Transmission's
Solid?
fine. Yeah. Goes up and down the gears, all right.
That's good.
Brakes aren't perfect, they need bleeding, but now that they've actually got the booster connected to them, they'll probably run better. There's a strange Heath Robinson approach to the. There's a charcoal canister.
Yeah, I saw that in the front.
Yeah, and it's not set up correctly. So the way it's working right now is where the cap should be, which has allows a metered amount of air in, is actually got a vacuum line connected to the plenum. Which means it's just drawing vacuum into the plenum, which means when you've got vacuum being generated from the brake booster for the brake booster, it's not actually holding a solid vacuum.
Got it.
Okay, so
Some fun facts for you guys today. Doing a little bit of vacuum lessons.
and nothing works on the lights.
Yeah, no lights. No lights whatsoever.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, nothing on the dash lights up.
Yeah.
Foggy clock, which is normal.
Yeah. Well, the fan
Hey, fan works. What about the radio?
That'll be coming out.
Well, of course, all radios come out on these. If you find a radio in one. Oh yeah, we got brakes. Yeah, we're there.
Is it really fixed?
Yeah.
I need to see what you do.
It's the little things, you know, it's the little things.
Shouldn't probably have fixed it until I negotiated the deal, but it's okay.
You're
We're
a
good.
horrible deal, man.
I know I am old. Well, I know what I'm going to pay for it, so it's all good.
Alright, so we are fully loaded and we are heading back to the shop. We've got it here trailing behind us. So Andy, of course, is the one that made the purchase, not me, so don't get it confused. So how do you feel about your purchase? What did you take from it? What are positives? What do you think needs work on it? How do you feel?
I still feel fairly confident on the purchase. I think it was a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I obviously do have the problem of I inadvertently fixed two of the bugs with the car whilst he was showing me the car.
Yeah, that's not a good way to sell it. Is
Yeah,
to,
it wasn't the best.
to
by
fix it in
fixing
front of the
problems,
guy.
Yeah. However, it's all good. Yeah, I haven't got remorse at all. It's the paint.
Well, we just barely left.
True, but I know pretty quickly. Normally, it's got some weird things like the sun visors are back to front.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, you can actually see now. It's like you put your sun visors down, and it nicely obscures the rear view mirror, which is an interesting feature, but not standard on Fiats.
No, I think you're supposed to be able to see behind you. That's kind of a plus.
Even in Italy, they prefer it that way. So that was a kind of an interesting feature. I didn't say anything about that.
Well, of course, that's little things.
The seller was at great pains to point out the electric aerial antenna, which it has on it, which is great. Unfortunately, the radio doesn't work.
Yeah, no,
So-
I tried it.
Yeah, so the
No go on the radio.
the antenna probably is superfluous. However, it's nice, and maybe we'll just rig it up so whenever you turn the car on, the antenna goes up.
It's the little things.
It is the little things. It's got a few foibles. The fuel pump on the fuel injected cars is not supposed to come on until the engine is cranking. It actually comes on when the ignition's turned on, and that will get fixed and put back to how it should be. It's actually a safety issue on these.
Well, yeah, you don't want to run if you get in a wreck.
Yeah, you don't, because the fuel pump just keeps on pumping. And it's because someone's fiddled with it in the past. There's a few tells from that. It's got air conditioning.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
not working, but the parts are there.
Yeah, the parts are all there, the compressor seat's there, and it's all plumbed in, and it isn't seized because I took it for a test drive.
That's true. So it does spin.
So that's pretty good.
But you think that what's it, R12s?
I beg your pardon? Yeah, it's probably R12.
Yeah.
It's going to need a complete drain out and
Yeah, and-
stick it in R134.
There's got to be some way to convert it to 134.
Yeah, oh yeah, I converted. I've got 185 as well.
Oh, okay.
And then that's got AC, and I converted that to 134. So is it 134? Well, whatever it is.
R134A, I think is what it's
something
called.
like that. So yeah, that wasn't too much of a problem. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing this will be fine. Yeah. So all in all, I think it was a reasonable purchase.
Yeah.
It's always good driving through Houston on an evening with a random pickup Spider on the back of the car.
You get all the looks. People look at it.
Like, who would be stupid enough to buy that thing?
And then people confuse it for like an MG. I get that all the time. Oh, is that an MGB? Yes, sure.
Do you?
Whatever you want it to be.
So now we've got to decide what we're going to do with the thing, because, you know, I could just flip it,
You
buff
could.
it,
Yeah.
sell it. You know, the interior is pretty good. The bodywork's, the paint's just faded. The engine is very nice.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
Because how many miles does it have?
Well, it's got 39,000 on the clock, which on any other Spider, I would say, well, it's got around the clock once. It's
Right.
139.
Typical, yeah.
But the engine's too good.
It was too quiet.
It's very quiet.
No knock.
Very, very smooth.
Yeah.
And it hasn't had a complete rebuild on it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking to myself that I don't like to think it's 39,000 mile car, because that would just be very, 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 very rare. But it's looking like a good steal right now. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
That's
Well, we'll only see what comes of it. I'm sure we'll be coming back to the shop, but we are on the way there to unload this.
Yeah.
So when we get there, we'll get the video so y'all can see us unloading, get it into the shop, and maybe we'll take a quick walk around.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we still going to the strip club you wanted to go to?
Oh, come on now. We don't do that. We only deal our money with cars. Only to cars. But we'll get to the shop, we'll unload, we'll take a look around, and we'll see what happens next. No strippers.
Ever.
No strippers ever. We're happily married.
Very.
Yes, see? We're married. We'll see y'all there. Well guys, we are leaving and it is dark, so I have to have the car light on, but we are leaving the shop. And so within a couple hours, we left without a car and an empty trailer and came back with a 1981 Fiat 124. I want to say a huge thank you for Andy for letting us tag along to come get that one and save another one. Luckily, a lot of that one is actually really complete and a really good car, and he felt the same way. So I'm glad we got that car, and we'll see what he does with it. We'll keep up to date with that project. He's got a lot going on with a lot of other projects, but we had to save it while we had the opportunity. So until next time, guys, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. If you have any questions, as always, drop it in the comments. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. It's Garage Time TV on Instagram and on Facebook. If you want to see some behind the scenes or some stuff that I come across from during the week and in between videos, that's the best way to see that kind of content and to stay up to date. So guys, thank you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.